so today we're going to be solving the 5.3 course practice geometry quiz for the periodic. Now let's start. They're asking us, using pi equals to 22/7, what's the area of the shaded region? So the shaded region is the square minus the circle. So it's really easy. They told us the radius of the circle is 35. So the side of the square is the diameter of the circle. So it's 35 times 2, which is 70. So you're just going to find the area of the square. Area of square is side squared, and area of circle is pi r squared. So we're going to do 70 squared minus pi, which is 22/7, times pi times r squared, which is 35 squared. Now I'm gonna put it on my calculator. Let's see what I get. Minus 22/7 times 35 squared. You get 1050. And that's your final area. Let's see. It's 1050. Now moving on. Okay, so here they told us the area of a circle with circumference 18 pi is equal to. So circumference of a circle equals 2 pi r. Area, like we just said, is pi r squared. So if the circumference is 18, so 2 pi, and then r is r. So 18 divided by 2, oh wait, it's 18 pi, sorry. 18 pi divided by 2 pi is 9, and the r is 9. So then pi r squared, it would be 9 squared, which is 81 pi. And that's your area. Now moving on. Okay. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F is a regular hexagon inscribed in a circle of radius 8. In lowest terms, the shaded area is equal to. So since the shear area of the circle would be 8 squared pi, so it would be 64 pi, as we know. Now to find the area of a hexagon, we said this in the other video, it's equal to, since they gave us the side, this is the side. Yeah, the radius is the side of the hexagon because it can make 6 equilateral triangles and all sides in an equilateral triangle are equal. So the area of the hexagon in this example would be 6 equilateral triangles. And one equilateral triangle is equal to radical 3/4 side squared. So you're gonna do 6 times radical 3/4 times 8 squared, which is 64. So we're gonna have the 4 cancel with the 64. You're gonna get 64 divided by 4, which is 16. So you're gonna have 6 into 16 radical 3. Multiplying 16 by 6, we're gonna get, this is 96 radical 3. So the area of the shaded is the circle, which is 64 pi, minus 96 radical 3, which is the area of the hexagon. And that's it. Moving on. Okay. Here we have this shape, and they're asking us the length of the arc AC. Now in this question, it's kind of wrong because they're supposed to tell you if it's minor or major. Because this is an arc AC, and this is also an arc AC. But we're just gonna take this as our arc in this question. How do we solve this? We're gonna draw the perpendicular bisect, or like the radius, and all radii are perpendicular to the tangents. So we're gonna draw 2 perpendicular radii. So now we have a quadrilateral. We have this angle, we don't know it. We have this one's 90 and this one's 60. So we're gonna find angle O first. So angle AOC would be 360 minus angle 90 plus 90 plus 60. 360 minus 180 plus 160 minus 180 plus 60 is, the angle would be 120. So angle O here is 120. Now we know that the length of the radius is theta over 360 times 2 pi r. So 120 over 360 times 2 pi, and the radius is, they gave us the radius. I'm actually gonna have to, anyways, I died. Next time I better check. So it's 120 over 360 times 2 pi 9. Put that all in your calculator. We're gonna get that the length is 6 pi. And that's it for this part. Now, next part. They gave us this circle and they're telling us that the radius is 60 centimeters. Now, how do we find this? First, we need to notice what we can find out about the angles of this shape. If this is 60 and this is a vertical angle to it, so this is also 60. And if this is 60 and this forms a linear pair with this, if this is 60, 180 minus 60 making this 120. And if this is 120, this is 120. So now we have all our angles. What are we gonna do? We're gonna find the percentage of the shape made out of these two arcs. So we're gonna shade this part in and shade this part in. We're gonna remove it. So our angle is 360 minus 2 times 120, which is equal to, of course, 120. Now, what we do is, look, you have an arc X and the arc 3X. All these 3X, they're sharing the angle 120. So we're gonna add them. 4X equals 120. Okay? X equals 30. It's actually pi, but that's unimportant for now. So, if X is 30, or no, it's not. Sorry guys, I mixed up a part I forgot to mention. So now we know that the part of the arc left is 120, right? So, what we're gonna do is, we have 120 over 360 will form of the whole arc, which is 2 pi 60, which is the circumference of the whole circle, is gonna give us, or well, the circumference of the whole circle without the two shaded parts is 120 over 30. It's giving us 40 pi. Okay? Now, we know that 4x equals 40 pi. So x equals 10 pi. So, if x equals 10 pi, then 3x equals 30 pi. And that's what it is, solved. There's another question like this, so if this part confused you, there's another one like it, so you're gonna see it later again. Each question here is repeated twice for some reason. Yeah, see? So the area of a circle with circumference 16, so if the circumference 16, it's equal to 2 pi, it's 16 pi, yeah. 2 pi r, then 16 would go with this, r would be 8, and pi r squared is 64, and that's your answer. Now, moving on. Now, here again, we're gonna do the same exact thing we did last time. Sorry guys. So the area of the circle would be 36 pi, because it's pi r squared, right? So pi r squared, r is 6, and 6 squared is 36 pi. Minus the area of the hexagon, which is 6 equilateral triangles. So it's 6 times 3 radical 3 over 4, 6 squared, or 36 in other words. 4 goes with 36, this becomes 9 radical 3. 9 radical 3 times 6 is 54 radical 3. And that's your entire answer, 54 radical 3. And that's the area of the shaded. And that's it. Now, moving on. Our last question. It's the same exact thing as the last one. We're gonna draw two perpendicular lines which are radii. And you're gonna have this angle left, and this angle you have it to be 80. So 360 minus 80 plus 90 plus 90 is gonna give us, I'm not 100 I think, but let me check. 360 minus 80 plus 180 gives us 100. So that's 100. Now we need to find the arc. So if this angle is 100, the arc would be 100 over 360 times 2 pi r. R is 36. So let's solve that. It's 36. It would give you 20 pi, which is your answer for the first one. Now for the second part, like I said, we're gonna solve it again. So what are we gonna do? This is 90, so this is 90, this is 90, and this is 90. All of them are 90. So we're gonna subtract 180 from them. We're gonna subtract two 90s. You're gonna be left with 180 over 360, right? Times 2 pi, and I forgot to check the radius again. It's 48. So it's 180 over 360 times 2 pi 48. So that's equal to my bad. So 180 over 360 times 2 times pi times 48 is 48 pi. Now we know that x plus 5x is 6x equals 48 pi. So each x equals 8 pi. So x will equal 8 pi, which is angle FK or arc KF, and this is 8 pi times 5 because it's 5 of x. So 8 times 5 is 40 pi. And that's it for this quiz. Have a nice day. Again, Ramadan Kareem, and bye.